Hi, TCA family. I'm Kevin Jones. I'm the acting head of school here at Tulsa Classical Academy, and I want to explain to you the second semester schedule that will be starting on January 4th and the rationale behind why we chose to do it. We started off looking at three different problems identified from the first semester. Number one, all students are required to spend 7.5 hours on campus. Our school day is 7.5 hours. Most of our students are here for 8.5 hours. Some are here for close to 9 hours, depending on when they're dropped off and picked up. The second problem is a majority of our parents were spending over 30 minutes in traffic. Several other parents identified that they were spending 45 minutes to an hour in traffic, depending on when they arrived at school, if they got stuck on Sheridan. And then also teachers are required to be at work for 9 hours per day. So I sought ways to try to reduce some of these numbers and help all of the community. We started out by looking at national and state averages. The national average for school day for elementary students is just over 6.5 hours per day, similar to the Oklahoma average, which is 6.5 hours per day. We looked at other schools in the local area. Jinx goes to school for 6 hours and 40 minutes a day. Bixby Elementary, 7 hours and 5 minutes per day. Broken Arrow is 6 hours and 45 minutes per day. And TCA is 7 hours and 30 minutes per day. Sent a survey to the teachers. The teachers overwhelmingly said that we should change the operation hours, that it would benefit the school. They also suggested, very large number of teachers suggested that staggering drop-off time and pickup time would benefit the school and the community. Put together a team of teachers to look at some of these issues and design a new schedule. We had several schedules that were designed by teachers to account for a variety of these factors. And then we formed a committee and chose the best one that we thought would work the best for our community. We came up with a plan to create new school hours, and the new school hours will be for kindergarten through third grade, 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Fourth grade through eighth grade will be 8 a.m. to 3:10 p.m. We surveyed the parents. Over 200 parents replied to this survey about pickup time and staggering that time. Over 2/3 of the TCA parents wanted to stagger the pickup time for students, so a different time to pick it up. The idea behind that is right now about 450 cars come onto our campus and pick up nearly 700 kids. If we could cut that number in half, we can absorb a lot of those cars onto our campus and keep them off of Sheridan, which causes further backup. More than 50% of the parents were spending over 30 minutes either on Sheridan or in the parking lot. In order to stagger times, one of the main factors we had to consider was students that were both in K through 3 and 4 through 8, so siblings in this situation. So the plan that we came up to solve that is that all students with siblings in K3 and 4-8 will be dismissed at 3:10. TCA's property can hold nearly 180 cars. Having two separate pickup times will move most of the cars off of Sheridan, ultimately what we believe. Staggering pickup times, K3 picks up at 2:30 to 3 p.m. We think it'll take about 20 minutes. 4 through 8th grade picks up at 3:10. The K3 siblings will be picked up at 4 to with the 4 through 8. We only want all cars to be on our property one time. We're not going to have them go back through. That would defeat the purpose, we thought. K through 3 will wait in the library until the 4 through 8 siblings are released. We're creating a program for students that are released at 2:30 but won't be picked up until at 3:10. We'll have a mobile library, books going there. We'll have some tutors that will help some students. We'll have students that spend some time reading. So we'll have a variety of activities to keep the students occupied until that 30-minute time period when they get 40-minute later when they get picked up. 4th through 8th grade cars will not be allowed on the campus until 3 p.m. And 4th grade through 8th grade cars that show up before the first wave is released will have to leave and come back. Very important to the well-ordered pickup line that we would like to have is that the 4 through 8 cars not come onto our property before 3 o'clock. It could clog up the entire system, back up things, and things that we've noticed. Problems in car lines is when people show up a little too early and it ends up causing a jam for the rest of us trying to get in and out of the property. So this is the idea, a recap of what we have talked about. All students will be dropped off at 7:30 instead of 7:15 in the morning. K through 3 will release at 2:30 p.m. 4th grade through 8th grade will release at 3:10 p.m. Parents who have students in K3 and 4A will pick up at one time at 3:10, and K3 students will wait until 3:10 to be dismissed with that wave. K3 parents have arrived on campus at 2:15, and 4th through 8th grade parents can arrive on campus at 3 p.m., no earlier than 3 p.m. Also like to request that the cars scoot closer together. That way we can absorb more cars off of Sheridan. The idea that we can hold most of those cars on our campus will relieve a tremendous amount of stress and improve the overall time that it takes to pick up students. Now, as we start this beginning of the year, we're going to have a lot of forgiveness, with tardies if necessary, and we will have allowances for making some changes towards the end of the day at times of pickup line. So if you have any questions, shoot us an email, info@tulsaclassical.org, and we'd be glad to give you further instruction. Thank you for your time.